Quick little live video. Oh man, it's just been a minute. I just want to let you know we just hit 1,400 subscribers, maybe not too long ago. Want to thank all the subscribers for subscribing to the channel. Also watching the short clips, also my videos. All right, straight. First things first. Klay Thompson, who plays for the Dallas Mavericks, he's been on a decline this season. And the main reason why he's been on a decline because of Megan Thee Stallion. I forgot how much he averaged. I think it's like a career low this year. He's averaging, I think it's like 10 points, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chad. But Klay Thompson, I watched a couple games. He do not look good. He don't have his legs under him. He can't shoot really. He's shooting bad shots. He's like he's missing shots that he can usually make with his eyes closed, like corner threes, on top of the key threes, uh, transition threes. Like Klay Thompson is 6'7" and he can shoot the lights out when he's motivated. But since Klay Thompson been messing with Megan Thee Stallion, he don't have no legs, and it looks like he's doing extracurricular activities before the game. Now, one thing about playing any type of sports, one thing a lot of coaches don't want you to do the day of the game or hours before the game is have sex. Because a lot of times, if you have sex maybe about a couple hours before playing that professional sports, you're not going to have any legs. I know some people might say, "Oh, don't do I did it and I would play good." Yeah, that's some people can do that. But if you but if you do doing that, which is fine, but just know you ain't gonna have no legs. So and it looks like Klay is he plays very distracted. Plus, I thought this would be a good year for Klay because Kyrie Irving is out, Anthony Davis is out, and this was like one of those things where Klay can actually turn back the clock for maybe a few games here and there, at least average 20 points this year. Nope, it don't look like that. Klay is very frustrated with the offense because they're not using him properly. Plus, Cooper Flag been the more vocal point of the offense through Jason Kidd. And Klay, he's not focused. I'm just looking at it. He's not focused when he's playing, and it's not good. It's not good at all. And this is what I think. For Klay to at least get back to a level he need to get back to, I think the Mavs is going to have to trade him, which that actually came in the news cycle that the Mavs are exploring trade for Klay Thompson. And here's what I think that should happen. The Mavs need to go ahead, call the Warriors, and say, hey, I'll give you Klay Thompson and a first round pick, the Lakers' first round pick for Jonathan Kuminga, or Klay Thompson and 2 second rounds for Jonathan Kuminga. And here's the reason why. I think Klay is making about 17, 18 million dollars. Jonathan Kuminga is making about 25. So they're gonna have to throw in a rotational player that's like a 12th man on the bench that's at least making $4 to $5 million to make that trade work. And some cash consideration on top of that. So if Klay get traded to Golden State for Jonathan Kuminga, now here's what's gonna happen. That's gonna make Dallas even more better, and that's gonna make Golden State better. Jonathan Kuminga is getting buckets. I think he's averaging 18, 17, 18 a game this year. But he's still unhappy with the organization. And I think that if Jonathan Kuminga go ahead and ask for the trade and go to Dallas, that would be great. But I don't think Dallas is going to trade Klay Thompson back. Now, one thing I think Dallas can do, I think Klay has one more year on this deal. I think if they can't trade Klay, they might have to buy him out. But Klay's a shooter. So there's going to be a team that's going to give up a first round pick, like a winning team. So let's just say this, I'm going to use the Lakers. Let's say the trade deadline is coming. The Lakers are in first place in the West. LeBron is back. I think LeBron ain't coming back to December. He ain't coming back in November. I think he's coming back in December. Um, Lakers are first place in the West. They're humming. They're playing. LeBron's back. Luka's playing on an MVP level, and they need another shooter. I can see the Mavericks say, hey, give me Rui Hachimura and I'll give you Klay Thompson. That would add more shooting. That might work. But Rui's playing his deep. Rui playing his game. I think he's averaging like 18 a game. He's playing his lights out. Or another thing. Or let's just say if Klay wanted to, and let's say not Klay, but let's just say Dallas Mavericks, they want to do something else, not trade him to the Lakers. There could be some other teams that's looking for Klay's services. I can see Klay go to the Bucks. The Bucks can give up some pieces to get Klay. Or I can see a team like the Celtics. Or I can see OKC. OKC could give up one of those young assets and bring in Klay. Or I could see Miami. But Miami's too damn cheap. I don't think Miami will pull that move off of Klay. But I see some teams. Klay's a shooter. And anytime you have a three-point shooter that's a pure shooter, he's going to fit the system for all 30 teams in the NBA. That's what a lot of people don't understand. This is not like the early 2000s where if you was a straight three-point shooter, you wouldn't fit in every team. Now in today's NBA, if you're a pure shooter, you could fit in all systems in the NBA as being a shooter. I think the Dallas Mavericks, I think somebody's gonna get desperate and bite for a shooter. And I think Dallas is gonna strike a deal with Klay before the deadline. If not, Dallas might end up Klay might ask for a buyout. And I can see the Lakers enticing Klay. Or I can see the Warriors bringing him back. Because you know why? Klay might realize, and he's already regretted, he already said it, that he said it behind the scenes, that he regret leaving the Warriors, but he had to leave because the Warriors wasn't going to give him the money. But if you actually look at the contract situation that Dallas gave him, the Warriors essentially gave Klay the same money. They offered him the same money. Klay's making about 17, 18 million. That's what the Warriors offered him. But Klay wanted 20 to 25 to 30. But you're not going to get 25 to 30 if you had knee surgery and an Achilles surgery. That's not going to work. But that 15 to 18 range was decent, was actually good for Klay. And Klay realized I could have signed back with the Warriors with the same amount of money, and I would have put my team in a position to win the championship. So Klay Thompson, he kind of screwed himself, and now he's wishing he could go back to the Warriors. And I think the Warriors is going to be the number one team that's going to get Klay. Knowing Klay Thompson, he's a 4-time champion. He's not going to play for a garbage team. He's going to ask to play for a winning team. And the teams I think he's going to ask to go to is either OKC, Golden State, or LA, or the Rockets. I might see the Rockets. The Rockets might do something too. So you put Klay, oh my God, Klay on the Rockets. Oh, you know how much that opened the floor up for Kevin Durant to operate? Oh my God. But need to say, all of that. But just remember, Klay should have been never messing with uh, Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion, yeah, she looked good and all of that, but she draining that man. That man, you could tell. What if you ever watch an NBA game with the Dallas Mavericks? Look at Klay Thompson. He looked like he's already drained. Like he's not even playing. He's drained. You already know he getting and there's also blogs that coming out that Clay's getting the soul sucked out of him before games. So hint hint, you know what that means. Megan is draining that man physically before he hit the game. That's why he can't even shoot. But yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about Klay Thompson and this whole fiasco with him and the Dallas Mavericks. This is Miss TV. I'm out.